Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another updates from my YouTube channel. Hello guys, so today I'm going to talk about bulkhead design pattern in this video. So and after that I'm going to explain how to integrate Spring Boot with Resilience 4J bulkhead design pattern in this video. So first of all, what is bulkhead design pattern? Okay, so the bulkhead pattern is a type of application design pattern, okay, that is tolerant of failure. Okay, so in a bulkhead architecture, elements of an application isolated into pools, so that like if one service fails, so the other service will continue to the function. Okay, so this is the bulkhead design pattern. So if you observe here, we have a ship here. The ship is splitted into small multiple compartments using the bulkheads. Okay, the bulkheads are used to be seal a parts of the ship to prevent the entire ship from the sinking in case of a flood. Similarly, uh, a failure should be expected when we design a software, right? So the application should be split into multiple components, and the resources should be isolated in such a way that so that failure of one component is not affecting to the other. So when to use the bulkhead pattern? So apply the bulkhead pattern so whenever you want to be scale a service independent of other services, and so isolate the resources used to be consume a set of backend services. So especially if the application can be provide some level of functionality even when one of the service is not responding. And so apply the bulkhead pattern to fault isolate components of varying the risk or availability requirements, and so protect the application from the cascading failures. So to implement like bulkhead design pattern, so we have different types of frameworks. So that is like the first one is Hystrix and the next one is Resilience 4J. But Netflix is recommended to use the Resilience 4J instead of Hystrix because Hystrix is in a maintenance mode. So you can use the Resilience 4J. So if you want to be use the Resilience 4J with the bulkhead, so we have two types are there. So one is semaphore. So in the semaphore approach, so we limit the number of concurrent requests to the service. Okay, so it will reject the incoming request once the limit is hit. So coming to the fixed thread pool bulkhead, so in this approach we isolate the set of thread pool from the system resources, so using only the thread pool for the service. So we also use a waiting queue apart from the thread pool. So if both like thread pool and queues are full, then only the request will be rejected with the bulkhead full exception. Okay, so I'm going to implement these two approaches in practically. So let's open my IDE. So here, so this order service is internally calling so the item service with the help of this endpoint. Okay, so so if you want to apply the bulkhead pattern, so you can apply the bulkhead pattern here. Okay, so before that, so in the pom.xml file, so you should be add so these three dependencies. This is Resilience 4J dependency, and after that Spring Boot Starter AOB dependency and Spring Boot Starter Activator. So once you added these three dependencies, then you can add so bulkhead pattern here. So that is so bulkhead pattern name, and so this name should be order service, and after that so fallback method name you have to provide here. So that is bulkhead fallback. Okay, and so you have to provide this bulkhead method name, and this method name should be matched with this fallback method name. Okay, so in the bulkhead fallback method name, I'm just returning one response, that is order service is full and does not permit the further calls, and I'm just returning one response, http status response, that is too many requests. Okay, and this bulkhead method will have extra argument, that is exception argument. Okay, and after that we have to provide the bulkhead configuration here. So that is Resilience 4J bulkhead configurations and instances, and this instance name order service matched with your so this order service instance name. Okay, and after that we have a max wait duration here. So the max wait duration is 5000 milliseconds that I have provided here, and max amount of time a thread should be blocked for when attempting to enter a saturated bulkhead, and max concurrent calls is 5. So max amount of parallel execution allowed by the bulkhead, that is 5 calls, and that's it. And So you can start this application and test this, guys. And one more thing, I am calling concurrently 10 calls here with the help of this end stream. So this order service concurrently I'm calling 10 times. Okay, so to testing this application, and the item service is up here. So here it is going to be written this item selected successfully endpoint. Okay, so let's see what it's going to be written. Okay, we successfully call this item service. Okay, so if you observe here, we have 10 calls here. Okay, so it is provided the thread names, and we did not get any exception, because if you observe here, so let's minimize this. So here we have provided 5000 milliseconds, right? And in the item service, so I just provided thread.sleep 4000 milliseconds. Okay, so that is the reason it does not throw any exception, bulkhead exception. What if I provide this is 3000 milliseconds? Okay, so this time it should throw exception, guys. Okay, so this time with the 3000 milliseconds, it's going to be allowed only 5 calls, and after that, so the other 5 calls it does not allowed, and it should throw this fallback method. Okay, so let's wait for that. See here, so we got 5 calls, and it is saying that order service is full and does not permit the further calls. Okay, and so this is semaphore. And if you want to work with thread pool bulkhead, okay, we have a configuration, guys. So this is the bulkhead configuration. So this is the official page of Resilience 4J, so you can get the Resilience 4J configuration from here. So I'm going to attach this link in the description, guys. So let's paste here. So this is order service. Okay, and max thread pool size and core thread pool size and queue capacity. So configure the max thread pool size, and this is configures, we have to configure like the core thread pool size and the queue capacity. Okay, so I'm going to restart this application. So until and unless this thread pool size and queue capacity is full, so it won't throw any bulkhead full exception. Okay, so because this time this should not throw any exception. Okay, let's see practically, guys. See, it's calling like successfully this item service without any exception. Okay, because the thread pool size and queue size is not full, that is the reason it does not throw any exception. Okay, so this is how it will work, guys. So if you have any questions, so please let me know in the comment section, I will try to help you. Okay, so if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe my channel. Thanks. Bye.